That's a big glass of Spritz. Hey folks, we are back in my parents' backyard. Hence, that is a nail gun, I promise you. Some general landscaping work happening in the background, but it's all good because it's 5 things I love to crush. Another barbecue edition. Barbecue edition. Just kill them already. So sometimes when we do these 5 things I love to crush, it's all about the food that we are going to eat off the barbecue, which makes sense. Barbecue, food, mouth, barbecue, all connected. Sometimes you need to wash that barbecue down with a beverage, shall we? Or keep yourself cool. Like today, for example, I'm schwitzing a little bit. I need a nice cool drink. 5 things I love to crush, beverage edition. Some of these are local, some of them are not. All of them are tasty. I had a big swig of Spritz already. You might judge me, and I don't care. See this face? Doesn't care. And also, because I forget to do this every single time we do a video, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications up in that top corner. It looks like a bell. And that just means every time I post one of these stupid videos, you'll come and be like, oh, I can't wait to see what he's crushing next. Now you know what I'm crushing next? Beverages of the alcoholic nature. Let's do it. Beverage number 1. Now, this is something that I feel like you need to be a little older to appreciate. Because in fact, I know for a fact, I've had these at 19, I've had them at 20. Dare I say I've even had them at 25. Didn't enjoy them. But now that I'm pushing the tender age of 37, that hurt to say out loud, I enjoy a good gin and tonic. In fact, I crave a good gin and tonic. And what better way to enjoy a gin and tonic than with literally a whole lime in there? It just needs to happen. I don't care what kind of tonic you use. I don't care what kind of gin you use. If you're gonna make me a gin and tonic, there better be a lot of citrus in there. It just needs it. Now, needs to be ice cold. So obviously having ice in there is super important. I used Empress gin, which is purple. And then when you add other things to it, it changes color. It's naturally colored. It's very cool. It's not too floral, not too piney. And if you drink gin, you know what I'm talking about. And then the tonic water should just complement the gin. It doesn't have to overpower, just complement the gin. And then you need that lime juice. That fresh lime brings it all together. I could have 18 of these. Catch me sleeping out by the barbecue. Next, item number 4 on the crush list for beverages while barbecuing. Little sun sipper for my good friends at Mascot Brewery. It's Kolsch beer, which means it's a German wheat beer. It's very refreshing. Some people like to serve it with an orange slice. I never understood that. Enough with the orange slices and beers. Personal opinion. Not necessary. On its own, ice cold, super refreshing. It's exactly what you need while you barbecue. Little beer in one hand, little turn in the tongs in the other. Now you're wondering, Matt, are you gonna open it up and enjoy it? I'm not. Only because I took it from my dad's beer stash and he counts his bottles. So, to avoid getting a text message later being like, Matthew, did you take one of my beers? We're just gonna let you know that I love this beer a lot. It's very refreshing, and you should try it yourself if you're in Toronto. You can get this right from the brewery, or check out your LCBO, your closest liquor provider, retailer, outlet, store. All the things. Next! Feeling that gin and tonic. It's purple. Number 3 on my list of things I love to crush in my mouth that are refreshing and both alcoholic in nature while barbecuing outdoors in the summertime. You've heard me say it before. In fact, we made a whole video of things I love to crush about this one thing. Rosé all day. Rosé, a nice glass of rosé. I don't care. I'll do barbecue. I'll do a rib competition while sipping on rosé. Think I'm intimidated? Think I need, a lager to enjoy barbecue? No, I will rosé proudly every single day, as long as it's not too sweet. That's it. That's all I really care about. I like a nice, dry rosé. This was from the south of France. It's very nice. There's no effervescence. Very crisp, very refreshing, really good with like ribs, anything fatty, because that way the refreshing crisp rosé just washes off the fat. Just washes off the fat. Just washes off the fat. Sorry, I was skipping. Anyways, rosé all day. Number 3 on my crush list. I feel like I should go help my friend over there do the fence. Should I bring him a glass of rosé? You've been working real hard, sir. Next! Number 4 on my list, or number 2 on my list, depending on if we go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've never really made this clear, but it's the second last thing on my list. So how about that? It's the second last thing on my list. Now, I mentioned my age earlier. I'm pushing 37. Did I mention that earlier? If I didn't mention it earlier, oh yeah, I mentioned it with the gin and tonic. I was like 19, 20, 25, 37. So I am, yes, 37, which means I was born in 1984, which means I was having my first illegal beverages. I'm sorry, Mom. Sorry, Dad. My first illegal beverages in the year 1999 or 2000 or 2001, somewhere in there. I don't really remember. It's all a blur. So we would drink like Mike's Hard Lemonade. Remember that crap? Smirnoff Ice, Black Ice. That was just so sweet. My God, you had 3 bottles and you didn't blink for an hour because of the sugar. And listen, I'm not knocking these beverages. So if you work for Mike's Hard Lemonade or you work for Smirnoff Ice, I apologize. It's just too sweet for me. But good news is, years later, in fact, the beverage space has figured out how to make a alcoholic beverage of the seltzer variety. It's not a beer. It's not like, a hard alcohol drink. It's 5 or 6% alcohol. It's refreshing. It's tasty. It's not too sweet. It doesn't taste artificial. It checks all the boxes. And 2 of my favorites that I love to crush while barbecuing, Ace Hill Lemon and Darling Mimosa. Now, the Ace Hill Lemon, it's a vodka beverage. It's only 4.5% alcohol. The lemon tastes real, which is so key. It's refreshing, it's crisp, it's clear. You taste lemon, not artificial lemon, like the real lemon, like the real lemon. So good on you guys. It's also very well branded, might I say. I'm a big fan of this can, which is what drew me to it originally, but I love these drinks. And then, I don't know about you, I like to barbecue brunch. I think, why just do brunch inside? You can do brunch outside on the barbecue. Well, let me show you this friend here, Darling Mimosa. It's a mimosa in a can. Again, not too sweet, not too strong, exactly what you need. You can drink it out of the can like a pro, pour it into a glass like a pro. Either way, you're like a pro. And it's a mimosa in a can. So we've got Ace Hill Lemon Radler. Is it a Radler? No, it's not a Radler. It's a seltzer, vodka soda. Which I feel like, which is cool, because seltzers, it was a word that was used in like the 20s. Like you go to a bar like, Baki, seltzer, right? That was a thing. Baki, 1 seltzer, 1 lemon. So now you can get it in a can. Look how far we've come. 100 years it took to put that at the barkeep to in a can. And then Darling Mimosa in a can, either one, super refreshing. You'll enjoy it. I enjoy it. I love to crush it. You might love to crush it. Enjoy. Next. Was there a lot there? Did I breathe? Did I breathe at all? Did I take a breath? That's a big glass of Sprite. Number 1 on the list is the Aperol Spritz. This quite possibly, not only is my favorite drink, always something that I get before the meal, is and I'll tell you a little story, side note, so sidebar that. I can tell you a little story, but let me just keep going with why it's number 1 on my list. It's refreshing. It's orange. No, but seriously though, it hits all the boxes. It actually quenches your thirst. So if you are thirsty, boom, you got a spritz. But guess what? Also got that alcohol kick. Now it's made me hungry. It's technically an aperitivo, which is something you drink before you eat. Now I'm gonna give you the true story about the Aperol Spritz. When I was, how old was I? I was 25. I was 25 years old the first time I ever went to Italy. I went with my mother. She's right there watching me through the window. Hi, Mom. Also, this is 2 liters of spritz in 1 glass because this is her glass, just so you know. Anyway, so we're in Italy together, and I left her to go visit a friend in Venice. So she's in Rome, I'm in Venice. And Venice, if you've ever been there, a lot of tourists go to Venice. Let me tell you, it feels like Disneyland. So I looked at my friend and said, listen, this is cool. I love this, but you need to take me where all the locals hang out in Venice. So we went down this beautiful area of the city where it was divided by the river. On one side you had a bar, just a lineup of bars. The other side, a lineup of bars, a bridge connecting them, and they're cicchetti bars. So cicchetti is the northern Italian version of tapas. So she looks at me and she goes, my friend Martina, she goes, Matt, it's 4 o'clock. It's spritz o'clock. I've never had a spritz. I like the spritz o'clock. She goes, oh yes, the Italians, they drink it before the meal. It makes them hungry. Well, let me actually explain. When you have 5 of them before dinner, before 6 p.m., and you've had 5 of these, yeah, you're starving because you're drunk. So that's where the aperitivo comes in. It's one of my favorite things. I will always drink a spritz to cool down in the summer. I will drink a spritz before my meal because it's just what you do. You don't drink it during the meal. You definitely don't drink it after the meal, before the meal, all the time, all summer long. Perfect while barbecuing. Drink it out of a fishbowl like me. One more thing too, I don't know if you can see it because it's all the way sunk into the bottom. There's olives in my spritz. Now you're probably going, Matt, shit, what are you doing putting olives in your spritz? It's just supposed to be Aperol, Prosecco, and a little bit of sparkling water. Well, let me tell you, go back to that trip in Venice, they put olives in everything. So when I came back here, I kept putting olives in my spritz, and some people think it's the coolest thing ever. Other people think it's the dumbest thing ever. Either way, you get a free snack. Just saying. Enjoy. Number 1 on the list, the Aperol Spritz. Well, there you have it, folks. 5 things, and I'm barely wasted. Kidding. There was no actual alcohol consumed in this. I'm pretty sure YouTube has a law against that. So these were just all juice. But I still love to crush it, and I love to explain why I love crushing them in the summertime, because if you're like me and you are just one with the barbecue all summer long, you need a cold beverage in hand. And yes, you know what? Light beer is good, I guess, but why not change it up a little bit this summer? Bring a little class to that barbecue session, shall we? A little bit of gin and tonic, a little bit of spritz, ooh, little mimosa, little seltzer. Oh my goodness, is that a rosé or a German wheat ale? Come on, come on. Anyways, thanks so much for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and let me know what you love to crush out of a glass while you're on the barbecue. Have the greatest summer of all time. And until next time, keep crushing. Oh, good news. Nail gun has finished and we're all done. So, yay. Remember that guy in Police Academy movies? He could do all the noises of things. That's my nail gun sound.